In response to what many conservatives have dubbed woke companies or woke corporations, a slew of small businesses who essentially reject anti-conservative political stances have essentially joined a collective of businesses known as woke free. So it's Unitus, that's the actual name of this collective of small businesses. It's one of a growing number of companies, from clothing retailers to pet care businesses, trying to appeal to those who have recoiled from what they see as corporate America pushing a progressive liberal agenda. Now, Unitus is featured on Public Square. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. And so if you're wondering what that is, it's an online marketplace aimed at promoting companies it calls pro-life, pro-family, and pro-freedom. Public Square began in July of 2022 and now has more than 65,000 small businesses on its platform, noting a spike in numbers after the Bud Light and Target disputes. Now, the platform apparently offers like a nice refreshing break from politics, except it doesn't, right? And look, when businesses take a political stance, they do it to calculate whether or not, they do a calculation ahead of time, obviously, and then decide, should we take a stance? And if we do, is it going to help our bottom line? I think that's really the motivating factor behind it. The Colin Kaepernick campaign with Nike did really well for Nike. That is why they made that decision. But I will say this, I am getting a little tired of everything being political. So I understand the frustration or the fatigue in that regard, but responding to politicized companies with more politicized companies just on the other side, I don't think is necessarily the answer to it. And plus, I mean, in this case, you're cutting off possibly half of your clientele or half of your customer base.
No, so I might have some surprising opinions here. But first, I wanna say, we're gonna, on today's bonus episode for the members, we're gonna discuss happiness and how to be happier. And we're also gonna discuss the problem that Americans are not, they're going in the wrong direction. Why do I bring that up here? It's because the person that we're gonna use as a springboard for that conversation wrote a really interesting article about, and in the middle of it, he basically said something to this effect, which I thought was really powerful and true, that politics has become the new religion. And so it is consuming all of us. And then we are, and as much zealotry as people have around religion, they're now having about politics. So that's why it is not at all surprising that people are breaking up and going, I'm only gonna buy these things that agree with my politics, and I'm only gonna buy these that agree with mine, right? But now maybe the surprising part, I don't mind it at all. I think it makes perfect sense. I think this makes perfect sense.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, like if you're a right winger and you don't wanna support liberal causes and you wanna buy from these folks, it's called America. Yeah, hashtag freedom.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt us at all, right?
Yeah, look, I definitely don't have a problem with it. That wasn't my point. My point is more a general point about how I just feel like you literally cannot escape politics right now, regardless of what the setting is, right? You're at a concert. And look, it's a difficult point to make because I don't want to be one of these people like Laura Ingraham telling LeBron James, like, shut up and dribble, right? Like, I don't believe in that. I think people should have the right to voice their opinions and speak their minds. But I do sometimes crave an escape, even for an hour or two, from politics. And I feel like right now that escape doesn't exist in our current climate.
Yeah, but that goes to the second reason why I like this phenomenon, and I don't mind this company at all, even though they're right wingers, is because look, the brand safety though was a giant problem in American, not just in American advertising, but it then became a huge problem in American media. And a lot of you probably don't know about it because you're not in the industry. What it was the brand saying, I will not advertise on any show that takes any kind of political stance or any stance of any sort. But what that did was it made most of the shows super boring, and it made them not give you the real opinions and analysis and context in politics. Because if you said, well, the context is that the Republicans use the filibuster more than the Democrats do, well, whoa, you're being political. You're saying that the right wing is wrong. So that's it, I'm not advertising on your show. So that made all of news do this pulp, this garbage, where they're just like, we cannot tell what is going on at all. Everything is neutral, uneven. And we had to deal with that for decades in this country.
That is true.
So I like that that's breaking apart. And look here, we do it too. We tell you about Too Strong Coffee that is unapologetically progressive, and we market that at twostrongcoffee.com/TYT. It gives money to progressive causes, it's fair trade. It's all the things that progressives want. And that makes sense. In fact, I would love for TYT to be a center where we do progressive shopping here, progressive marketplace here. Because if you don't want to contribute to corporations that are doing wrong in the world, then great, let's give you an outlet for corporations that are doing good in the world. We have one so far. We need a lot more in that category. But I believe that marketplace is going to be gigantic because people at the end of the day want to do good. A lot more people want to do good than go in the direction that the right wing is going, in my opinion. So, but overall, I'm good with the phenomenon. If you enjoyed this video, that's because of our members. They make us independent, they make us strong, and they make us honest. Become a member today by hitting the join button below.